Let's talk about the Super Bowl halftime performance. Everybody's gonna be talking about the visuals, the choreography, the set list, the guests, the politics, the cultural symbolism, fire. But the craziest thing about Bad Bunny is not what happened on the stage, it's what was written in his contract. Because the difference between being famous and being powerful is ownership. But before I get into that, do me a favor and go ahead and smash that like button and give me a follow. My name is Jeremie Watson, aka CEO Jeremie, aka Mr. Know Your Worth, aka do it for your last name, not your first. And today we're gonna be diving into Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance. Now, most major label artists, they're lucky to keep 20 to 30% of the revenue they generate. That's through streaming, publishing, touring, merch, brand deals. The machine always typically eats first. Bad Bunny structures something radically different. Through Remus, a label that he co-owned, he negotiated a distribution deal that reportedly allowed him to retain 90% of the revenue. He's keeping 90% of the pie, y'all. That changes everything because the Super Bowl halftime show isn't paid. You don't get a performance check, you get exposure. And exposure only really matters if you own the back end. If you only own 20%, a 300% spike in streaming, yeah, that's nice. If you own 90%, that's generational wealth acceleration. That's leverage. Now, let's break down the actual performance. Opening energy, fire. Language choice, unapologetically Spanish. That wasn't random. That was positioning. He didn't adapt to the platform. He brought the platform to him. Stage design, cultural symbolism. Guest strategy, selective amplification. Wardrobe, signal of identity continuity. Song order, engineered for streaming spikes. When artists perform, their catalog re-enters the charts. Backlist consumption explodes. New listeners discover the ecosystem. The Super Bowl becomes the top of the funnel. And if you own the funnel, you win the game. Now, let's talk numbers. Super Bowl viewership, 100 to 120 million in the US, hundreds of millions globally. After the halftime performance, historically, streaming spikes 200 to 500%. Search volume surges, tour demand increases, and brand deal leverage, well, that increases as well. Now, layer in that ownership. If a streaming spike generates tens of millions in incremental revenue, and you own 90% of it, that's not hype, that's margin. This is why the structure matters more than the exposure. Exposure without ownership is really just noise. Exposure with ownership, that's scale. Bad Bunny was bagging groceries, posting on SoundCloud. He could have signed early, he didn't. He didn't chase the machine. He built the audience first, then negotiated the leverage. That order is everything. Most creators signal first and they build later. He built first and owned everything. Never trade control for growth if growth doesn't return control. That's the lesson. Now, if we look at the last 10 Super Bowl performers, there's definitely a pattern. Let's zoom out a bit. Rihanna, if we look at the way that her catalog and the Fenty Halo was built. Dr. Dre and Snoop, the cultural validation and the catalog monetization through the Super Bowl. The Weeknd, his streaming dominance skyrocketed after the Super Bowl, just like with Shakira and J-Lo and their global expansion. Lady Gaga, brand consistency, right? Justin Timberlake's catalog, resurgence. Coldplay, corporate scale synergy. Every single one of these artists used the Super Bowl to amplify what was already working. No experimentation, no identity pivot, just scale. That's how brands should treat big moments. Don't test on the big stage, prove and then scale. If you run a business, your Super Bowl moment might be a viral video, a big PR feature, a partnership, a major referral, a paid traffic surge. But if you don't own the customer data, you don't control your margins, you don't have back-end systems, you don't follow up, you don't benefit from that exposure. You don't benefit from the spike and then the drop. Bad Bunny built infrastructure before amplification. That's why it compounds over time. And that's why he'll benefit from the long tail. Everybody's debating and worried about the performance. I thought the performance was great. But what I'm really studying is the structure. Because structure scales. If you want to learn how to build your business so that when attention hits, you actually keep the upside, watch the full training in the link above, where I break down audience first growth models, back-end systems, and how to protect your margin. And if you want more breakdowns of how culture turns into capital, be sure to subscribe and definitely like this video. Share this with somebody that you know it'll help. Let's get to these wins, y'all. CEO Jeremie, aka Mr. Know Your Worth, aka aka do it for your last name, not your first, and we'll see you next time. Let's impact the world.